I'm off on a mission. I'm told that this is the place to come for a pretty interesting wildlife encounter. But I can't find where this wildlife is. I found the wildlife. Look at these little beauties. Oh, there's one on my head. So we're here in Kensington Gardens with a pretty special spectacle. Lots of people feeding the Indian Ring Necked Parakeets. Hand tame, but actually wild birds. Amazing little creatures. Highly adaptable. Their success story because they're highly adaptable. Where they come from is a question that's often asked. It's thought that most of them did escape from aviaries and private collections and gradually built up in numbers to breed in this country, and they've been around since the 1950s, I think. There is a rumour that some of them escaped from the set of The African Queen at Pinewood Studios or Ealing Studios. There's also a rumour that Jimi Hendrix released them into the streets of London for some psychedelic colour. I think that's probably... ouch, he's biting me. Ow, ow, ow. Probably a little bit imaginative, let's say. But no matter where they came from, they've done very well, and they're now... Ow! Ow! Stop biting me! Give this guy a chance. Beautiful, eh? They are a welcome addition to many, bringing a lot of colour and noise. They're quite noisy little birds. But there is a serious side to them as well, because they are technically an invasive species. They're non-native to the UK. And there's concern that they are bad news for our native wildlife. So they nest primarily in tree cavities and tree holes. And there's quite a lot of evidence to say that they displace native birds like woodpeckers and nuthatches and so on that also rely on those tree holes. There's been documented evidence of them killing and displacing bats from tree cavities as well. So despite being very, very pretty little birds, they can actually cause quite a bit of damage when it comes to native wildlife conservation. Like it or not, we are stuck with them now. They seem like they're here to stay. They're doing very, very well. Some people wonder, how do we have exotic parakeets surviving in British winters? But actually they're from India and they extend up into the foothills of the Himalayas. So they're quite used to cold weather. And part of the reason they're surviving here is because of people feeding birds in their garden. That helps them out. They are also an agricultural pest, so they're not good news for orchards. As you can see, they quite like their apples. And they do a lot of damage in commercial orchards and vineyards as well. So definitely a love-hate bird, but they're here to stay, and I think they're pretty beautiful despite the problems that they bring.